Welcome to the Imperial Grandstand. I'm Alan Imperial, and today we're at PAX East 2020. We're here at the Black Mesa booth, and I'm with
Adam Engels. How are you guys?
Awesome. So what is Black Mesa?
So Black Mesa is a complete reimagining of Half-Life 1. We went through all the Earthbound levels and redesigned them as if Valve were to build them today with their newer philosophies, updated visuals, that sort of thing. And then we went through the Zen levels and completely rebuilt them.
Is it actually fun now?
We think it was always fun. We're huge fans of Half-Life, but yeah, we went through the game and made sure that we used as many good design principles as we possibly could for the combat spaces and for the player guidance and that sort of thing.
I remember it was about a week for me back in the day to get through the Zen jumping. So
yes.
That's what I'm asking
yes.
about.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, there's a mixed bag when it comes to the Zen. Some people really liked it, some people really did not.
Yeah.
So we tried to go in and put our own spin on it.
Great. And how long have you been working on this? I'm sorry.
I joined the team in 2014.
Okay.
Excuse me, let me go back. 2004.
2004.
I added
wow.
a decade on accident. In college, I joined up on the team as an artist, became the art lead and eventually the owner of the company. But we've been in development for quite a while now.
So, I love speedrunning, and we all know that that gives us infinite energy. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering, how faithful are you to the original in terms of the source engine, in terms of the glitches, and all of that?
Yep, so speedrunning stuff, there's still some of that in there. We actually tried to implement bunny hopping and stuff, and it wouldn't work for whatever reason. We do have a new power slide so that you can get through the levels pretty quick. Yeah, but I'm not too up on the speedrunning terminology, but
Fair.
People have been going through the game real quick.
Awesome. And as a fan, I love the combat arenas, and I love the weapon design. What did you take from there and made it more modern?
Not too much.
Perfect.
We polished the animations and stuff, made it look a little bit more cool while you're roaming around the levels, updated the meshes obviously and the textures so that they have all the fancy graphics and stuff. But for the most part, we have a couple of weapons that zoom in, but most of the shooting is crosshair shooting.
Perfect. That was actually a big favor of mine, that
Good.
you would go down the sight.
Right.
Now, I've seen the behind the scenes with Half-Life 2,
Mm-hmm.
where they did the documentaries.
Yeah.
And they talked about how they did their AI in that, and they had the node and grid system.
Yep.
What philosophy are you using this time? Are we going back to the original where the AI kind of just finds their space and knows it, or are we doing the grid system?
So I'm really glad you asked that. For our 1.0 release, we actually completely overhauled our marine AI. So they still use nodes on the ground, and that's how they sort of navigate around the level. But they'll try and do flanking maneuvers. They'll use grenades more. They'll communicate more. The medics will drop health kits if you drop or take them out rather. If they see you and then lose sight of you, they'll shoot at the last node you were at as suppression fire. So it still feels like the Half-Life Marines because they were always really praised for how smart
Absolutely.
they were. But we tried to add a couple extra features onto it.
Great. And I remember the thing that got me into Half-Life and really hooked me was the community and how you had literal games just created from them.
Yeah.
Team Fortress, Counter-Strike. How's the modding community taking up to this?
Good. We have a workshop, so we support people adding on to our game. It's something we want to focus on more, try and make it as user-friendly as possible. But we came out of that community. We were mod developers when we started back in 2004, so we want to promote that and support that as much as we can.
And the question that I've always wondered for the past 16 years, is how closely do you work with Valve or Gabe?
So we're just a standard license, just like any other game would be on Steam. We have a contact at Valve so that if we have any questions or anything, but we're our own thing. They don't give us development support or anything like that.
Okay, but they're fully supported behind this, and you have that contact.
Yeah,
and
they didn't even need to give us let us do the free version, and they approached us and said, hey, would you like a license to put this retail on Steam? And we said, yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of the information I wanted to know, because I've been following it ever since Counter-Strike 1.5, 1.6.
Yeah.
So, as a final question, what do you want my audience to know about Black Mesa?
Just that we're coming out March 5th on 1.0. We're going to be leaving early access. All the Zen levels are done. We're just putting that final polish layer on it.
Perfect. I know I'm going to be downloading on March 5th, and I hope this wasn't a waste of your time.